Hey guys, ILene Vick here for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. It is Sunday, October 24th at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I am live. Welcome to my Facebook peeps. Glad to see everybody. I'm here for the next 3.5 hours. So glad to be here. So again, welcome to my Facebook peeps who come in and chat. And welcome to my Facebook peeps who come in and lurk. So good to see everybody. And also, of course, welcome to my YouTube peeps. All right, we are in for some good coloring. Let me know that you can hear me without any problem. Hello, Jean. Please let me know that the sound level is okay. Jean, can you hear me without any problem? I've got a different microphone that I'm using, and I want to make sure that it's okay. Hello, Sandy. Jean says she can hear me just fine. Yes! Hello, Sandy. Sandy DeSanto. Hello, Wanda. Congratulations, Wanda. Sound is clear. Good. I've got a different microphone setup that I'm using, so I want to make sure it's okay. Okie dokie. So, does it sound like super clear? Does it sound different than before? That's really what I want to know. All right. Sorry for the jiggling of the camera. Zoom in. Zoom out. Zoom out. Clear, no back talk. I sound different but clear. Different, clear, maybe a little louder than before. Okay. Excellent. Not too loud though. Okay, so my new mic setup works beautifully. All right, guys. So, first of all, we need to congratulate Wanda. She's got her new cover and back cover published, coming out. Not the book yet, but she put up her cover and the front and back of her book. I'll get there in a minute. I was circling the barn on that one. So she's got that published on our site. And it looks really good, Wanda. I'm glad you went with the cover that you did. Almost everybody voted for that one. Hi, Rhonda. Wanda, when are you planning on publishing your new book? Your second one? Good to see you, Rhonda. So of course I'm going to say hello to Ginny. Hi Ginny, how are you doing? Maybe by the end of the week. Okay. Ginny, I hope you're having a great day. Ginny, you got to keep Rhonda in line though, I'm telling you. Alright, so this is a potential coloring in the future. This is from Coloring Book Cafe. It's a freebie that they put out. I've got to find out which book that this is from. So we'll see about doing this one. This is the piece that I'm working on right now, which is Cutie Dolls. And drum roll, Rhonda said she worked on Wanda's Roses pick again today. It's coming along well. I'll post the pick tomorrow. Okay, don't forget. I really would like to see Jenny's pieces as she does them. So drum roll, please. Da 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 da. This book just came in today. Woohoo! Debbie Macomber's Very Merry Christmas coloring book. Glad to have it. Beautiful, beautiful book. It's a brand new release, so of course I'll do a flip through of it. Hopefully she'll be in very soon. Brand new book. Let me do something here. So tell me something fun that's going on with you guys. All right, so I'm set up and ready to go. Hi Ash. Thank you Ashley for the book. 10/24/21. Ashley Harding. Thank you so much. Jean says Mom is having fun painting the house. Sandy, that work that you did on that Halloween piece. Oh, Wanda said I got dragged out by the girls last night to celebrate. Yeah, I'm sure they dragged you out. I think you were ahead of the bunch. What else? Keep it coming. Sandy's been coloring. Ashley said she's here. Jean says her mom's having fun painting the house. You know, Rhonda, it's funny that you asked that. She says, I have a request. Can we sometime do a picture using our gouache paints again? Almost forgot how to use them. Absolutely. Absolutely. Here's my set, half of it. Yes, ma'am, we can do this. And like I said, it's funny you should mention that because I was thinking about that the other day. And it's about time that I get into that. Okay, so back to Sandy. Let's see here. This is the free picture. Zoom out. It's a freebie from Coloring Book Cafe. I really like this. I think you guys would enjoy it done up. So Sandy did a Halloween picture and she added a boatload of extras in the background, and I am so proud of her. She didn't overdo it, and the additions that she got in there look really good. So Sandy, I hope you enjoyed doing that, and I am very proud of you for doing that, and you should be proud of yourself. So guys, take a look at that and comment and tell her what you think. Okay, so this is the book from Ashley. It's a brand new book from Debbie Macomber. It was just released. A very Merry Christmas coloring book. So let me flip through this. She said that she did that. I know it. You drew in the door windows in. Yep. So now that you've done something that extensively, are you going to do it again? All right. Let's take a look. So this is the same format that she had before, that she's got the, a quote on the left and the picture on the right. So this starts out with our Santa Claus here. And this is merry and bright. I love it. Now, I'm not going to go ahead and, yeah, and as Wanda said, it looked like the picture came that way. So that's great. Beautiful. So here's our merry and bright. Beautiful wreath by a front door. And here's some cookies. Ho, ho, ho. There it is. Ho, ho, ho. Now, the paper on here is excellent. It's very, very thick. So it's a very high quality book. Oh, Putty Tat. Hi, Mary. I love this piece. Pair of scissors cutting some ribbon. Just a really nice book. Happy holidays. Somebody putting up an ornament. 2 people putting up ornaments. 3 people. 4. We'll get there. Hello, Maggie. Here's a nice living room scene. These cushions make me think of that picture I did for you of the veranda overlooking the water. Remember we did that? Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Little angels here. Oh, we could have fun with that picture. Ice skating scenes with some ornaments here. So what do you guys think of this book so far? I mean, I just started looking through it. Oh my gosh, this picture reminds me, in Buffalo, I saw this, and my dad used to take us to downtown Buffalo, where they had the stands put up next to the windows of the major department stores, and you would walk, you know, along the windows and watch the animated stuff. Not animated, but they had the toys and the trains and the stuff moving, just like the picture that you've seen in A Christmas Story. That scene where they're looking through the window. Yes, this is a great book with great paper. Page of ornaments. Christmas tree. Oh, look at that, with the boat with the wreath on it. Oh, and here's a boat with like a Christmas tree. Oh, so they're Christmas tree designs off the mast. We'll get there. Just really pretty stuff. Have a very Merry Christmas. Stacks of books. The Nutcracker, Night Before Christmas, Alaskan Holiday. Never read that one. A Mrs. Miracle Christmas. Starry Night, A Christmas Carol. Here's a nice little old-fashioned scene. Here's a letter. Dear Santa, my friend Peggy has a bicycle with tassels and a basket with a flower in the front. Can you bring me one just like hers? Thank you, Lindsay. Aww. Boy, this paper is really thick, guys. Gingerbread house. Mistletoe and a Christmas couple kissing. Oh, this is cute. People standing around with hot chocolate. And a little puppy dog. I'll move over a little bit since we're not really concerned with the text on the left. Cabin in the woods. Oh, and look at this. Christmas ornaments here. How cute is that? And a little Scotty dog. I love this one. The bunch of Christmas lights spilling out of a box. Hello, Shelley. And then we have a Christmas dinner. You know, I saw the turkey, so of course I thought of Thanksgiving right away. Skating rink and sledders. So a brand new book here by Debbie Macomber. Yarn in a basket for knitting. Oh, and here's the scarf, and you can see it in progress. Shelley, this is Debbie Macomber's A Very Merry Christmas coloring book, brand new release. And Ashley Harding got this for us for the group. And it arrived today. Woohoo! Okay. And then we've got little puppy dogs. And puppy dog sweaters. food. Look at these mints. Do you guys remember these little pillow mints? Oh wait, no, or it's ribbon candy. You know those little squares that you get also in ribbon candy with ribbon candy. And peppermints. Christmas cookies. The log. Alright, no fruitcake. And then we've got a Christmas tree stand here. This book just makes me smile. I don't know about you guys. And our Christmas tree by the fireplace. Jean says she gets ribbon candy every Christmas. I actually had a friend who used to send me ribbon candy every Christmas. But it's been a while. So I have to go to either CVS or Walgreens and pick some up. Walgreens usually has it. Oh, look at this. Holiday gifts. And I used to get maple sugar candy, not the fake stuff, but the stuff that was like 100% maple sugar, the good stuff. I love this page. Oh my gosh, these outfits would be so neat to do. And she's got an old woman on here, you know, older women, the men, a little kid in the beginning. She really hits all the cute stuff for Christmas. Oh, look at this. Little elves. Oh my gosh. Too stinking cute. Then we've got a Santa with the presents, the stairway. This would be pretty to do just because of all the greenery. Ashley says she can't wait to see what I do. Oh, Christmas angel. This would be beautiful to do too. Hi, Rebecca. And then we've got the Christmas tree with all the toys. Now, I think the Brits, I don't know if this is candy or the Brits would call this a popper. Hi, Maddie. This would be a gorgeous piece to do the stained glass. Oh, this is driving me crazy. Ashley, you're driving me crazy. Yeah, Maddie, it's a Debbie Macomber. That's right. Brand new book. Ashley Harding got it for us. Look at this. The Santa on the roof. I love the perspective on this one. Cute. And then we've got all our envelopes and our Christmas card list. Okay guys, what do you think of this one? This was the one I was thinking I may start this one tonight. Isn't that pretty? I don't know, I've seen so many pretty ones here. There's a nice little scene. Ashley, which one do you like? The mailbox? I'm sorry, Shelley. The mailbox or the house? So Ashley, do you have this book? Oh, look at that one. The Santa Claus and the kids. The mailbox Shelley likes. Nativity scene. I really like this book. It's just all traditional stuff. Look at this. The dog in the wrapping paper. Of course. I'll give you a second to look at all the details on this one. Wreath in the window. And then here is about the author. And this is, let's see here, about the illustrators. How many illustrators? So Yvonne Gilbert, Anna Hard, Marcio Jesse, no, Mariko Jesse, Ben Perini, Craig Phillips, Monica Rowe. So yeah. So this says, from Debbie Macomber, the beloved author and queen of Christmas stories, comes this enchanting adult coloring book featuring all new festive illustrations inspired by her treasured holiday novels. Zoom in. Debbie Macomber invites you to join in the holiday spirit with a collection of 45 gorgeous black and white drawings ready to be brought to colorful life with your creative flair. Now you can escape to the peaceful, snow-covered settings and revel in the festive celebrations signature to her Christmas stories. Debbie Macomber's Very Merry Christmas coloring book is perfect for anyone looking to experience the comfort and joy of the season. Well, Ashley, since you got us this book, which one would you like me to do? Zoom out. You pick one, Ashley, and I will color it. Yeah, it is hard to choose. Just really pretty. I could just see this doing this in glowy blues and yellows. Ashley is still with us. Just really neat stuff, guys. So I hope you like the flip through. Love the dogs there. Or I can go ahead and do pieces of some of these pages. That might be a thing to do. So if Ashley didn't get bumped off, she needs to choose what page she wants me to do. So good stuff. All right, so there's the book, guys. There's the cover. And we are in really good shape with this. All right. So, I've been working on our little Indian girl, or well, no, I don't think really it's an Indian girl, just a little girl. This is again from the Cutie dolls. Shelly would like me to do one with snow. Okay. Somebody, Rhonda, do me a favor and text Ashley Harding. See where she is. I don't know if she got bumped off. Thank you, Rhonda. Tell her I asked her what picture she wanted me to do. Alright, so I'm playing around with this one. Remember that I went ahead and I added the fur on here to make it the fur coat rather than just coloring on the outfit. And I added the yellow collar with the turquoise. And then I started playing around with these reindeer, and I used my template here. So I thought that would be fun. Now the thing I want to show you too is when I was coloring the reindeer, I just went ahead and took some eyeshadow and I just did a little S swish on it. So I went and that was it. Now these guys, I went in and colored with the black, obviously. And my electric eraser has gone somewhere. Which means it's probably, there it is. I gotta quit moving my stuff around. So let me just do a little bit of cleanup on this. Oh, you just messaged her. Thank you, Rhonda. Rhonda, I always so appreciate it when you do those things for me when I need something done. Did you tell her that I was asking about what picture she wants me to do? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and play with these stencils a little bit. So what do you think of the little reindeer on the back? You like it? And you like the idea of the eyeshadow? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. There we go. Thank you, Wanda. So here's the deal on doing the stencils. You want to hold your pen straight up and down. You don't want to rush going around it. Take your time. There we go. And then of course lift straight up. Now if you mess it up, color it in. Oh, and by the way, on this fursuit I could have gone ahead and used my slice knife, but I wanted to do this by hand with pencil so that you guys could see how to do that. Alright. Now, one of the things that I always like to do is do a dimensional deal. I like to do that little extra. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it look like our reindeer is also behind our little cutie doll. Now I want you to think about things like that. If you're doing your colorings, just do something that's special on your page. So see how that makes it look? And I'm going to do the same type of thing behind the kite. We'll get there. There we go. We'll do the same kind of thing behind the kite. Zoom in. And this is where you hope that you don't mess up the line, because, well, I take that back. We could color this one in if I mess it up. Zoom out, zoom out. So you see, it just gives that extra little, I don't know if realism is the right word, because obviously this is fantasy here, but I think by adding things like that where you've got stuff behind other things, it makes for a better picture. And these are the little details that I want you to think about. Zoom in. Yeah, as Maddie says, 3D. Alright, we got that one. And by the way, I'm using a Signo Uniball, a 0.28. That's the tip size. So it's like teeny tiny. And by the way, guys, Wanda has an announcement to make. Zoom out. Zoom out. Zoom out. So Wanda, do you want to tell us who the winner is? And I'll just go ahead and work on this a little bit. So remember, we had a contest with Bud's and butterflies. And oh my gosh, guys, you did a bang up job. So Wanda says a big thank you to all who participated in the contest. I have a winner. Drum roll. And the winner is... well, maybe more than one. Oh. Tell. That's always cool. See here. The floor is yours, Wanda. There we go. There was one picture that my eye was steadily drawn to from, or for realism. Oh, Shelley Frey Fair. Oh. Yay, Shelley. Good grief. I'll tell you, those submissions were absolutely gorgeous. Well, that's pretty cool. Zoom in. Hello, Sandra. Zoom in. Zoom in. And Wanda said that she may have more than one winner. Okay, now I've got a deer, one of these deer running off the page. And for most appealing coloring job, Maddie Gentle. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Shelly and Maddie. All right. Congratulations, ladies. So Wanda, would you tell us exactly what you liked about the two winners' colorings? Maddie says, I'm excited to color more in her book. Zoom out. Zoom out. So Shelly says, I tried hard to do a realistic picture. And Shelly said to Wanda, I just loved your shading and attention to detail. Or replied to Wanda. And Wanda said, Maddie Gentle, the creativity of your color choices was amazing. Oh man. You guys are really everybody. You guys are something else. Oh, ILene actually said she got bumped trying to get back in. Okay. Shelly says, I just received your book and I will be doing more. Oh, okay. So Wanda, since Shelly already has a book, maybe you could give her a copy of your horse book instead? You guys work that out, how you're going to do that. Okay, so what I want you guys to notice while we're talking about the winners is I decided really not to put a a floor underneath our little lady. So that's why I'm going ahead. So Wanda says, you'll each receive a paperback copy of the book, and I would like to extend an invitation to you both to color a picture for the back cover of book number 3. Oh, how cool is that? Zoom in. Zoom in. Alright, check out how I've put part of an image off the bottom of the page here. Zoom out. So Jean wearing, Rhonda Green, Sandy DeSanto, and Maggie Russell will receive a PDF download of the book. Oh, how generous. Wanda's making a Christmas time for everybody. Okay, let me put a couple more of these on here. And Wanda says, thank you all ladies for the beautiful pictures. You will always be among the first to color in my first book. All right. And Wanda is launching her books through our group, which I think is pretty cool. Okay, now the reason that I put a squiggle on here is I will be coloring that one because I had a little boo-boo with the stencil. Alright, so a couple more of these I think and we'll be done. Zoom in. Oh, Jean Waring says, I agree with Rhonda. I will be coloring every page. Oh, how cool is that? Wanda, you're getting lots of attention. Sandy says, I'll start one when I get the replacement book. Okay. And Maggie says, me too, might get over my phobia with flowers. So people are talking about doing the whole book. Isn't that cool? Zoom in. Okay, so I'm just going ahead here and adding a few more of these little guys. And something that I want to point out about putting these in the background is you don't necessarily have to color them. Let's see what we got here. Hold on. Zoom in. You don't necessarily have to color them black. You can go ahead and use your colored pencils to color them individually, or as I was doing with my eyeshadow, is just go ahead and add little splurts and splotches on them. Okay, zoom out. Zoom out. Zoom out. Zoom out. So I think we're getting pretty good here. With all the reindeer that we have. Alright. So Wanda says I'll need Maddie and Shelly to message me their mailing addresses. Wanda says that she has been working on several books, but I think the birds will be the next one. There you go. Okay, so notice I put this one behind the antler. So everybody see now how this is just popping up beautifully. let's see. All right, we'll see about any more after that. Hey, Ashley. What the heck happened to you? I'm so glad you could make it back. Melissa, hello. Okay, so that's what I've been doing now, is just putting this background on with the stencil. Very simple stencil. And actually, I forgot to color her shoes. Zoom in. Zoom in. So I'm going to use a relatively nondescript color. This is my Brett Funner Lilac Ash. Sandy said I added the stencils to my wish list for November with the dolls book. Excellent. So Sandy, how does it feel now to have your first image now where you went ahead and you went whole hog and added extras to it? This is my Seal Brown by Brett Funner. Zoom in. And notice that I didn't necessarily color right up to the edge here. I just did a streaks just slightly below. Be inventive when you color, guys. All right. So I'm not going to sit here and go ahead and color in these reindeer one by one with the you know, different colors. I just want to show you. Zoom out. Zoom out. Sandy said I knew the pic needed more to fill the space. Been thinking about windows and was happy with the outcome. It's beautiful. Zoom out. So I'm going to go through another time, not necessarily on camera, and I'll go ahead and fill some of these in now with my black. But the other thing I wanted to show you is I used the swish. Zoom in. Zoom in. I used the swish of eyeshadow here just to add a little bit of color there. But wait, there's more. Let me grab something here. So Sandy says it's all because of this group, because all I did was regular one coloring. Thank you. You're welcome. Absolutely welcome. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use a little bit of my glitter glue. This is not the Ranger. It's the, we call it by Bright Creations. Perfectly acceptable. I'm using silver. And I'm going to go ahead and just put a little bit of that color on my swishy blue. Now, I just got an idea while I was doing this, and this is something that you can consider when you color Christmas stuff. Maddie says, I have improved 1,000 times also, and Sandy said I had no idea how to blend or do grayscale. Yeah. So let me do this on the second one here. Now I've got a little bit of lighter blue here, which is fine. But I want to show you now what I have in mind. Zoom in. Zoom in. And guys, as I always tell you, you don't have to color when you come in. If you just want to come in for companionship, that's fine. You may not do adult coloring. Okay. So now I'm going to the little light bulb idea that I got while I was showing you this about putting the glitter glue on here, is I'm going to erase out the eyeshadow color that went over the deer. Now, I don't want to blow on that yet because of the wet glitter glue, but what I do want to show you, oh, Maggie says that during the week she just enjoys watching. Okay. But what I do want to show you is this. Two things. First of all, as I've talked about before, eyeshadow erases beautifully. So if you decide to make a change like what I'm doing, you can make it very easily. And again, I can't blow the shavings away because my glitter glue's wet, but you can still see the idea here. The idea is, here, that bugs me. The idea here is to make the deer look like it is in front of, there we go, the glitter glue. How cool is that? Now again, zoom out, zoom out. This piece may not float your boat, but again, I want you to see the techniques and the ideas. Now, this little puppy looked just as cool, or looked cool with the swish through it, you know, again with the eye makeup. But I think it looks cooler by erasing this. So that's why I did that. There we go. So there's this one also. See if I can get these shavings out of the way without getting them into the glue. Is that not skill or what? Zoom out. Oh, Sandy says she has a lot of free Color Cafe pictures, like 50 of them. They send them to me. I print them out. So look at this. Isn't that neat? I wanted to show you this idea. All right. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, because some of you may not have seen this the other night. I hate to assume. And by the way, guys, if you come in the room and I've done a technique and you didn't get to see it from earlier, ask me, and if it works out the time frame, I'll be more than happy to do it. So let me show you how I did this. And I'm going to use a slightly different blue. This is slightly darker. I just took my finger, I dipped it into my eyeshadow. This eyeshadow is like 3 years old now, or 2 years old. Let me pick one up here. Zoom in, zoom in, and I just did an S through it. See? And then what I'm going to do, because now I'm smart about it, whoops, is after I brush out the extra, zoom in, is now I'm just going to go ahead with my little Tombow eraser and erase out the eyeshadow on the elk, deer, whatever you want to call it, itself. Oh, Ashley, what I was going to ask you is, do you want to pick the picture for me to color? Do you have this book? Or the book? Okay, and then I'm going to take my glitter, and again, this is just my glitter, Bright Creations glitter glue. I like the Ranger stuff, but this stuff's cheaper. Several pages caught my eye, Ash. Zoom out. Zoom out. Okay, so what I was saying before you were bummed off is, if you would go ahead and pick the page that you want me to color, since you're the one that supplied it to us. Zoom out. Alright, everybody see how that's looking. So what's going to happen now is I'm going to go through and I'll color some of these black, and some of them will have our little swish on here, and I think overall we'll have a really neat piece. Zoom out. I love that mailbox. I thought the mailbox in the book was cute, but again, I'd like you to pick the page. Alright, let me put my eyeshadow away before I goop into it. Now I've got one more thing on here that I want to do before I move on to the Christmas book. Oh, so many choices, she says. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to take my, let's see, I gotta find it. There we go. So now I've got to be really careful because my microphone, I changed it. It's a lavalier microphone and it's clipped to my blouse. And so when I walk around now, when I walk away from my camera, you can still hear me. So it's a good thing my bathroom's downstairs, right? Because knowing me, I would forget. And I would be so embarrassed. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my liquid pearls, turquoise color, and I'm going to roll this around, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, and I am going to put my liquid pearls on my page. And I thought that would look really cool. Oh man, look how neat that looks. Okay, now we've got these little peaks sticking up. Okay, so remember, you take your page and you flick your finger directly behind it, and it vibrates that peak down. Okay. So there's my kite. Zoom in with the liquid pearls. Isn't that cool? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little scarf here, neckline, and I'm going to do the same. Do any of you guys use liquid pearls, yes or no? And there's also the Nouveau brand, which I've used on camera. And you guys, you know, you liked it. I like it. Works as well. Competitor, the liquid pearl. Maddie says she hasn't gotten them yet. Whoops. I am so transparent to you guys. I make a mistake and I go, oops. I should just keep my mouth shut, I'm telling you. Oh, how cute that looks. Rhonda has stickles and liquid pearl. Okay, good. Now, I'm also going to, whoops, go by here. And even though I made this dimensional when I colored it, I'm going to go ahead and add my liquid pearl to right here. Hi, Vicki. You're early. It's not time for treat. Yeah. Good girl. Okay, and then zoom out. Zoom out. Zoom out. And then I'm going to take it and pop the back. And like I said, I'm just using a, you know, flicking with my finger, whatever one works for you. There we go. Oh, how cute is that? Zoom out. All right, one more spot with liquid pearl, and then I'm pretty well done with this. So I'm going to hit the center of the flowers, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. Now you got to be careful when you're doing areas that are close to each other. Well, that came out in one big splotch. Hold on. Clean up on aisle 4. The bottle tip was a little bit dry, and when I applied the pressure, it splooched out on me. Alright, so let's try this again. So what you need to be careful of is that when you're putting dots close to each other like this, that you give them a little bit of a separation and allow them to expand. But you want them to expand so they don't expand into each other, otherwise you get one blob. Okay, we got a little tail right there. So does that make sense about not getting them too close to each other and allowing for that expansion? That way you will have your individual dots. And I'm so proud of myself that I've managed to not get my hand into my glitter. Oop, these ones came together a little bit. There we go. And let me do my little popping. There you go. Zoom out. Zoom out. And I hope you guys can see how cool that looks. All right. And then I'm going to use, this is my Rosy Pink by Shuttle Art, color number 24. And we'll go ahead and get these cheeks done. Now I'm going a little more robust with my pencil. You can do a very light pink, of course, if you want, but I just decided that I want to go ahead and be a little more robust with this. Artistic choice. Ashley is still hanging with us. And then I'm going to take my Faber-Castell 103, which is my ivory. And we'll get that blended together. Ashley says, I am. Now again, this image may not float your boat, but I have shown you a lot of techniques with it to do different stuff. And I think it's looking pretty good. All right, zoom out. So what do you think? Did you learn something, and do you like it? Got some buttons on there, got the liquid pearl. Oh, that's so cute. Good grief. Use some stencils on it. Oh, Maddie says. Maddie says her boat is floating. And I'm seeing some hearts coming up. So yeah. Something different for you guys to take a peek at. I'll clean up this background, of course. I think this is just ridiculously cute. I hope you like it. And I hope you like the ideas. Okay. Zoom out. Not too bad for a plain page, huh? I wonder, I see something else here. Always do. Alright, see where it says Cutie dolls on here? I think, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. I think what I'm going to do when these areas dry is I'll go through with some of the liquid pearl and see if I can write that name in. Let me think about that. Or I may just use some of my little glitter. I'll do that. I think I'll do that. There you go. Problem solved. We'll do a write-in with the liquid pearls on something else. But that gives me some ideas as well. So there you go. Alright, I'll quit. I gotta quit or else I'll keep going with that. Oh my. This evening is flying by. Zoom out. Zoom out. Zoom out. Okay, Ashley. I was thinking, love this one. I was thinking of doing, let's see here. I love that one too. Of doing the mailbox on this book. But you guys need to tell me whether you want me to do that one. That yarn one would be neat too. I could show you some neat techniques with that. And the light bulbs would be a good one. Alright, hold on. Let me find the one I was looking at. Love this one. Oh, let's see. Doggone it, Ashley, you're driving me nuts. Alright, I know it's here. Oh, there we go. Anybody have any particular pages that you like? Speak up. I can do the carolers. Ashley, what do you think? Don't be shy, guys. This is the time to talk. Jean's interested in the sleigh. Ashley says I'm good with that one. Okay, I'm assuming you're talking about the mailbox, sweetie. I'll add some snow on here. How's that? So Ashley, let me confirm. Mailbox? They're all cute. All right. Okie dokie. Yeah, that angel is delightful. Oh. I will add snow on this. And I'll tell you what, guys, you'll have to tell me If you're not sick of Christmas stuff, I can do a couple of different images. The angel one would be drop dead gorgeous to do with that tree. And we could add, you know, the spray on snow. Yeah. Too many choices. Okay. So let me pull that out. And let me gas myself here with my Krylon spray. Hold on. So you guys need to let me know, would it be too much to do more than one of these out of this book? What do you think? Vicky, I don't know what you're into, but stop it. Okay. Maddie says she's excited about Christmas. Sandy says no, it wouldn't be too much. I love Christmas. Okay, let me know. All right, let's play. I love you guys. You're the best. You know that? All right. So let's see what kind of trouble we can get in tonight. And no, I haven't forgotten about Adam and Eve. Rhonda, just to let you know, sit tight, please. Zoom in. So one of the first things I'm going to do is this. So Debbie didn't detail her trees. As she got into background, she went more with straight lines. Thank you, Jean. And also, the printing got cut off on the edge. Now I'm going to trim this up. I have a guillotine cutter, by the way. Funny story about that. That thing is like ancient. And if you don't know what a guillotine cutter is, it's a big square cutting board, and it's got this guillotine level lever on the right. I literally could cut a finger off with it if I wanted to. So where was I going with this? So what I do is, when I have images like this, is I'll go ahead and trim them up, like I'm sure you guys do too. But what I'm going to do for now is just go ahead and add in, zoom in, a guillotine cutter, paper cutter. And I got the thing years and years ago at a garage sale. They're like $40 now. Yeah, that's what they're called. They're called by other names too, but that's what I'm calling it. I've seen advertisements for them and it says guillotine. Okay, so I'm just going to draw in some of these lines. Hang with me here. But my story is, I mean, this thing is, it is built like a brick. And I paid $10 for it at a garage sale. Years and years and years ago. And I've been hauling that silly thing around every time I moved. But now, like I said, they're like $40, $50. A good one is. Sandy said that she had one at her job. I'm not kidding. I literally, if I put my finger on that and brought the blade down, I could cut my finger off clean. Okay. So I finished the edge here. I drew that in. And then I'm going to go through and just put in my little lines here. So tell me, are you guys comfortable? Yeah, $10 is a ridiculous steal. Yeah, it is. And what makes it even more ridiculous is because the thing is so old, it's made a lot better. I mean, this is not cheap. Cheaply made. And by the way, guys, my legacy journal is almost done. I'll be putting it up for sale shortly. If you're a grandmother, I think that you would be interested in this. Or even moms. I think you'll like it. Okay. Yeah, they're very heavy, Sandy. Now, one little thing that I'm going to add on here, and I want you guys to think about this. Zoom in. Zoom in. Is as I'm drawing this, I'm going to add like little bumpies to the outside of the tree. And the reason that I'm doing that is that it makes it look a lot more realistic. A lot more. It makes it look more realistic. And it also looks like it's part of, you know, the drawing that the author put in and not something just added. And I think that that looks a lot better. Agree or disagree? And the other thing that I want to know from you guys is this. Do you find yourself adding to your books like this on a more routine basis? So if you do this the right way, it's going to look again like it was drawn in by the artist. Maddie says that she adds. Let's see. All right, let me slide this over here. Sandy said you saw I add. Oh, gee, you think? So Sandy, now that you did it this one time and did such a great job, are you going to do it now on a more routine basis? Now don't get stupid about it, right? It's got to fit in with what you're doing. Don't add just to add. Good night, Miss Rebecca. So glad you were here. All right. Rebecca's going to go night-night. Now, what I'm talking about, though, in adding stuff is when you see trees that are just plain lines that the author has put in, do you add squigglies like this? I'm finding that I have to do it on a routine basis because the author didn't. Oh, I think that looks so much better. Zoom out. There you go. I like it. Zoom out. Oops, hold on, got a spot I missed. Zoom out. Good night, Jean. Jean, I'm so glad you made it tonight. Go clean up Marilyn from her painting and give her a hug for me. Okay. Or if you wanted to, Jean, you could give her a noogie for me. Oh my. All right. I just had a little more that I needed to add. Okay. So, a couple more things I want to put in on here. Zoom in. Zoom in. Zoom in. On these little berry thingies. I'm going to put on the little dots. This is a noogie free group. Oh guys, look how much better this looks. I love it. I love it. Okay, let me zip over. Zoop. So, are you guys telling me that my broadcast sounds a lot clearer tonight? Okay, now notice that I'm moving that little point around. Zoom out. Hey guys, I gotta ask you a favor. Vicky is asking to go potty. She's ringing her bell. I will be right back. Zoom out. Okay, Vicky. Will you guys please chat each other up for a couple minutes? And I'll take care of that. Sit tight. Come on, potty. Potty. Let's go. Come on, potty. Okay guys, thank you so much for holding down the ship. I'm back. Okay. I am back. I really appreciate you guys. Yeah, when she rings her bell, I kind of, well, for obvious reasons, I hate to ignore it. Alright. So, we were adding little dots. Zoom in. Zoom in. Zoom in. She's usually pretty good at about not asking while I'm broadcasting. When they gotta go, we have to stop everything and take them. Yeah. I don't know if I told you guys how I trained her to do that. Is first I got her attention with the bell about putting a little peanut butter on it. This was years ago. And so once she was smelling, you know, she'd tap the bell to eat the peanut butter. And then as soon as she tapped the bell, I'd take her out. And I'm not kidding, guys, within 2 days she had it. She just ding that bell and that was it. Okay, zoom out. Zoom out. Zoom out. I'll tell you, she is one smart little cookie. Okay, so I've got the little dots on the berries now. I've got the trees drawn in. And, let's see. I think that's pretty much everything. Yeah, and I also put her collar. In the house, she doesn't wear a collar. I used to have her wear it, but she's got bells on it. Oh, Sandy says hers will bark when she wants to go out. If I make Vicky wait, she'll start whining. And I know she really needs to go. But I have her collar on a lead line, and the line runs in the grass. It's not overhead. I laid it in the grass, and it's a little trolley thing, and I slip her collar on the screened-in porch, and then I open the door and she goes out. Okay. And I can always hear where she is. So let's go ahead and get coloring on this. Now, this is where you start making decisions. You know, this is a little bit busy, but this is where you start making decisions on picking out things you want to start with, just to give you orientation of where you're going with this. So, let's go ahead and let's see what we got. Oh, let's see here. ILene out in the pouring rain. No, that's a recording, guys. And no, I don't go out in the pouring rain. I stay on the porch. I put the collar on her with the lead. I open the door and she runs out. So, and then when she comes in and I close the door and it closes it on the line part of the lead, and then I just slip her collar off and drop it. So it works really well. Zoom in. Zoom in. There we go. So I'm going to use my Caput Mortium, probably mispronouncing that, but that's okay. And it's 169 Faber-Castell. And I'm starting on this pine cone because it'll start giving me some bearings on the rest of my piece. Okay, what am I looking at here? I don't know. Oh, there we go. Okay. And I am so happy for the winners of Wanda's contest. And Wanda, I think that was exceptionally generous of you to give out free copies to everybody that participated. Okay, so I'm just putting a very soft layer in of color. We've talked about that lots and lots. Oh, which reminds me, Maddie. Okay, let me see what, all right. That was such a good idea, and I know why you exactly did it, but when you did the Albrecht Dürer and you went ahead and you lightly colored in the different segments that you were doing of the picture, Wanda says, hey, I love these guys. That's right. So what Maddie did is she colored out lightly the segments that she was doing so she could start to distinguish the different components of the piece, because it's quite involved. Now, one thing that you can do, and we're talking about lightly coloring something if you want to just start distinguishing your pieces. Oops, that's not part of the pine cone. I think that is. And that, and that. One of the things that you can do in your coloring is when you tint something like this. Now normally what I do is that I'll tint something and then I'll go ahead and color it up. But what you can do if you're so inclined, and I may just do it on this piece just because, is you can go ahead and tint your piece and then leave it and start coloring in other things around it. Cool. So now we've got this pine cone, so we know that that's there. And I can just leave that. So Wanda says she was asked what she does at the restaurant, and she says a bit of everything about the only thing I don't know how to do is rub the meat and run the smoker. Okay, so there's my brown pine cone. Alright, so let's play with these berries a little bit while we're here. And again, I'm just doing this just to show you a slightly different way. Of coloring. Ooh, I like that color. Zoom in. So these berries, I'm sure that they're fake, meant to be fake. But I think I want to go a little more realistically with them. Realism. Again, your piece, your choice. So you know how you have berries that have like brown and reddish, brown, reddish, orange. So let's go ahead and play with that. So I'm going to use a little bit of gold. This is my Banana Cream Brett Funner 520. And then I'm going to use some orange, which is my 005 Red Ochre by Starjoy. Doesn't that look cool? And then I'm going to use my Faber-Castell Caput Mortuorium. Caput Mortum, I guess. M-O-R-T-U-M. Whatever. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that neat? And then I'm going to use my Now tell me that that doesn't look like a neat berry. Christmas berry. Zoom out. Isn't that neat? Now, when you go through and color something like this identically, and if you decide to go through like I'm going through, in other words, putting all your yellow on first, zoom in, zoom in, be very careful that you don't get redundant in your pattern and put it all in the same place. This is why on other things I have told you to do it one at a time. But as long as you're careful and you do it differently, you'll be fine. Oops, forgot to put a little dot on there. So anyway, what I was asking though about the clarity of the my broadcast tonight, does it sound clearer than it normally does? I mean, I know you're telling me I sound clear, but does it sound clearer than other nights? Oh, forgot another little dot here. But just as long as I sound clear and sharp, that's my main concern. Okay, zoom in. So let's go ahead and get that yellow in. Oh, Maddie says, I didn't think you weren't clear the other nights. Okay. Good. So I sound just as good, or if not better, than other times. Oh, how pretty these buds are. I love it. Oh, Ashley says, I sound closer. Good. Okay, everybody see how I'm moving that yellow around? So let's go back. Rhonda thinks I sound a little better. Good, 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 good. Alright, so now I'm going ahead and putting in my orange. And what's the number one important thing that you need to learn when coloring? I sound like a broken record. Blending. That's right. Guys, I can't emphasize that enough. You've got to get that squared away. Okay, now I've got these really little teeny tiny doohickeys here. So we'll just go ahead and slap a little bit of orange on there. Now, if you wanted your berries a little bit redder, you could go ahead and use more of a red. But I want you guys to see how cool this is going to look now. So we're just putting, really what you're doing is you're just putting a little blush. Put a little bit of blush on here. Wanda says, I canceled the order for the book that I was sending you and just ordered you one so that it would arrive earlier. Okay. Instead of November 4th, I'll get it this Thursday. Ooh! Well, that works. Are you going to send me a copy of your next book as well? Okay, let me come down here. Wanda, you send me the book, I'll page through it for you. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and get our brown in there. Yeah, she's sending me the buds and butterflies. Okay, now I'm going in and putting in my brown. Oh guys, look how pretty that is. Isn't that gorgeous? Yeah, no, she's not sending me the horse book yet. She's sending me the buds and butterflies. Okay, so look how cool now. Oops, I got a yellow one that I forgot to do orange on. Oops. Oh, Wanda says if you are really super nice, ILene, I might order you a horse book when it's ready. Uh-huh. Okay, put that on here. Oh guys, look how pretty this looks. I really hope that you're getting this full effect. And again, remember these little puppies didn't have the dot on them. And Wanda, what you should be doing is that if you know that I'm going to color a page out of your book, you should promote that to whoever and suggest that they get into the group. Okay. A little bit different. I'm going to use my blender pencil because I want to show you the difference between blending this and putting the white ivory on it. You'll have a little, whoops, you'll have a little sharper color. See, this one I did the white ivory Faber-Castell. And that one I'm just going to do with the blender pencil. And when I blend, I'm going to mostly blend on my orange and my brown because I don't want to wipe out my yellow. Okay? And really, I don't need to blend much at all. I mean, it's just one swipe, really, if at all. Zoom out. Zoom out. Doesn't that look neat? Now, one more little touch up here. Let me get some water. Zoom in. So I'm going to take one of my black pencils, zoom in, and I'll start on my larger one, and with a super sharp point I'm going to add a little touch of black. Trust me, it makes a difference. We've talked about this a lot. You don't need a lot, and you need to do it in your brown area. And all you need to do is just make like a little smiley face near your black. I'm sorry, a little smiley face near your brown with your black. Don't go crazy with it. Zoom out. Zoom out. Everybody see the difference on that? And you wait until we start getting the stuff around it colored in, and that's really going to make a difference. Questions, comments? Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'll work on, just for color placement, I'm going to go ahead and work on the greenery. So let me get my colors for that. Oop. So I'm going to go ahead and use a Kelly green. This is a Brett Funner 520. Zoom in. And again, this is my lightest color, so I'm going to remember, I'm just going to tint in my shade. Don't mean to spin you around too fast here. And again, I want you to notice I'm coloring in little circles. I'm doing repetitive strokes as needed. And this is my first of several colors, as you guys know, that's going to go in on the greenery. Now Debbie has gone ahead and made some internal lines on this. So we need to be aware of that as well. And this is another thing for being said about putting in your tint colors. Now, this isn't necessarily a tint color, but I've always told you that when you color something, to go ahead and be very sparing with it. That stem was incomplete. There we go. And I'll be adding my second color shortly, and that'll really give us some bearings here what we're doing. Let me sharpen here. And I hope you can see how beautifully now this is coming out. All right. Ashley is still hanging with us. Now, I don't know about you, but sitting here listening to those beautiful chimes and that rain. So Sandy says, off to shower, then bed, ladies. See everyone tomorrow. Thank you again, Wanda. Okay. And let me sharpen again. And all of this will make sense momentarily. That's a little sloppy. Oh, what I started to say, I'm sorry, my train of thought went off the choo-choo track. But to me, coloring something like this is very satisfying. Especially when I have the background effects like I have, like the chime and the rain. And I would even go so far as to suggest that instead of having television on in the background, put something on that's very calming to you. Oh, how pretty. Zoom out. Zoom out. Zoom out. Isn't that neat? So now I'm going to take my darker green, and this is my Shady Glade Brett Funner 520. Zoom in. And now I'm going to start working on the shading and the shadowing of this. And this is where zoom in, zoom in. This is where I want the tips of my greenery to have that little extra oomph. And then I want you to notice that here's that B word again, blending in that darker green into the rest of the piece. Isn't that pretty? Now, what's the most important part of the piece that you're working on? Somebody answer that for me. You know, I ask this question once in a while. All right, let me roll that around. So Rhonda, what's the most important part of the piece that you're coloring? All right, let's get this shaded here. The part that you're working on, exactly. And by that I mean, if you are doing something as mundane as coloring, for example, this greenery, you need to put the level of importance on your piece as being as important as everything else. So that means that you're going to do the little extras to it, the shading, whatever. And you're not going to say the words good enough, right? You will never hear me say that. So what I want you to see here is by adding this extra shading to the tips, how extra special this is going to look. Okay, let's take a look at this. Zoom out. Zoom out. All right, let me adjust my camera just a little bit. Zoom in. Zoom in. And what I want you to see on here is this has, the way I'm coloring it, it's got this natural flow of darker green that I'm working into the main piece. And remember, guys, no part of your coloring is less important than any other part. That's why I keep saying to you, ask you, what's the most important part? So if you're doing a coloring and you're doing a coloring like the greenery that I'm doing here, and you say, good enough, that's where you're making a mistake. And I don't care how tiny the portion is, it may be a little flower, it may be a little stem, whatever. Because remember, if the piece isn't important to you and important enough for you to color correctly, how can you expect the piece to be important to your viewing audience? Right? And if somebody's looking at an otherwise terrific piece that you did, and they come across some little detail that you did a half-assed job on, it's going to disappoint them, right? Okay, sharpen my pencil. A little bit darker at the tips here than on the rest of it, and the way that I darken those tips is by what? Repeated strokes. Zoom out. Oh, Maggie says my husband is quick to point out what I might have missed, but just as quick to tell me good job. Yeah. And what I want you to see on this greenery that I'm doing, that I'm almost done with here, is how cool this effect looks. Zoom in. And notice how I'm blending in that darker portion into the light, and it's giving me a really nice transition. And what you can do is go back and take your lighter pencil, your lighter color pencil, and make sure that that transition is nice and smooth. All right, let's take a look at this. Zoom out, zoom out, zoom out. Unbelievable, I just had that green in my hand. Oh, there it is. All right, so the really neat thing now in looking at this is you can see that somebody's going to look at that and say, wow, look at the care that this was taken to put in the shading and the lighter colors. Now, I'm going to take a little bit of white and blend up this back portion. And that way we'll have different colors and different shades of green, which is exactly what I wanted on this. Everybody see now how this is not a boring piece to look at, right? You've got at least 3 shades of green to see in this. Everybody see that? Okay? And anything that you need to smooth out, you can smooth out with a blending pencil, or you can smooth it out with your Faber-Castell 103. Now, I'm going to leave this sit like this for now. One of the things that I was going to play with, I better not start up. Okay. Well, all right, let me show you this real quick. Zoom in. Zoom in. Zoom in. Zoom in. I'm going to take a little bit of black and ever so lightly butterfly kisses, right? You know what I mean by that, is that you barely touch your page. And I'm going to take 2 or 3 strokes. Let me get on camera here. I'm going to take 2 or 3 strokes near the tips. And I want you to see, you'll see this in a second, Okay, zoom out, zoom out. What I want you to see, zoom out, zoom out, is the color difference now between this area right here up to here and this area up here. You see the depth difference. And that's just because I shaded with a little bit of black. Okay? So there you go, guys. Any questions or comments? So we've got some really looking good greenery spray. I'll do the pine cone. And then I'll work up some of these other areas as well. Zoom out. Zoom out. There you go. Ashley, what do you think? So I think you can see how colorful this is going to be. We've got these ornaments now next to it, and this ribbon will be absolutely beautiful to do. All right, guys, I hope you learned something tonight. I hope you had fun. I really enjoyed doing this for you. And I hope that you take to heart these techniques. Hello, Dorothy. I love it. What would I do without you? She always pops in at the end of the broadcast and says, "Good night." She watches this every night but just never says anything. Ashley, thank you again for the book. Zoom in. Zoom in. This is ILene Vick for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick, guys. Joyous, joyous coloring. I hope you had fun. Dorothy, you make me laugh. Guys, love on each other. Wish Wanda congratulations again one more time. Hope you learned something. And I will see you tomorrow night. Same time, same place. Oh, yeah. Take care, guys. Bye.